Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to another Quran moment, recorded on the 25th of July 2016, 20th Shawwal 1437. Inshallah, we'll be continuing in our journey with Surah Al Baqarah. Today we're going to deal with a part of Surah Al Baqarah, verse number 25. Let's begin with the recitation. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار كلما رزقوا منها من ثمرة رزقا قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون. Let's break the ayat down. So begin with the first thing. وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. وَبَشِّر, and give good tidings. It's a command. الَّذِينَ, to those who do what? آمَنُوا, believe. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and do good righteous deeds. If we just compare this ayah number 25 with the ayah that occurred in number 24, we notice in 24 Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَن تَفْعَلُوا فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ الَّتِي وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارَةُ. Here the highlighted word is فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ. In other words, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding, threatening the people who are unable to bring an equivalent to the Quran, to the surah in the Quran, that they should fear the fire. Whereas in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about tabshir, or giving glad tidings. So this twinning of punishment and reward is something that occurs very frequently in the Quran. When you have one ayah talking about the punishment of Allah, there will always be a following ayah which is talking about the reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in most cases. One question that we can have is, who should give these glad tidings? And of course, it is dealing with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The command is to him, but the command equally applies to those people who I've called the shepherds of the ummah. So remember the shepherds, kullukum ra'in, every one of you is a shepherd and each one of you is responsible for his flock. So the leaders are shepherds of a nation, the leaders in every sense, so politically, in the masajid, in schools, in any place. Then people who are leaders of their families, the male fathers, then the mothers, all of these are leaders. So each one should be giving good tidings. This command, they take the place of teaching those who are under their stewardship about Islam. Who deserves these glad tidings? Well, the ayah is very simple. It says those who believe, amanu, and those who have amilus salihat, who do good deeds. So where do you believe? You believe in your heart. Where do you do good deeds? In general, in your limbs. So the actions bear testimony to the heart. So depending on what you believe is how you act. And you'll see this frequent twinning in the Quran between iman and doing good deeds. So it's very important to understand, if you want to qualify for this glad tiding, you have to have these two ingredients. Why are deeds or a'mal called as-salihat? The word salihat is the plural of the word salih, and the connected idea is from islah, means to correct. So a good deed corrects your affairs, both in this world and the next, by removing the causes of corruption. So it's very important to understand why good deeds are not just something that are good, they actually make everything around you good. In other words, they remove the corruption, the sadness, the lying, the terrible stuff that happens both inside the human being and outside. Is it recommended to encourage people with glad tidings? Yes, this is the idea of Islam, is to encourage good actions through these reminders. So, what glad tidings are being given? The ayah continues, أَنَّ لَهُمْ جَنَّاتٍ, that, أَنَّ, lahum, for them, are jannat, gardens, the plural of Jannah, in paradise. How are the words jannat, singular Jannah, and jinn related? Jannah is one of these interesting words where you have the root letters are Jim, Noon, and Noon, and that means it implies that something is hidden or well covered. To get an idea about this, look at this word here. Janine is a fetus, and i.e. that's something that is hidden from view by the 3 layers of darkness, including the mother's abdomen. Jinn, again from the same root letter, are hidden beings. They're beings that are hidden, who exist in this world and live with us. Majnoon, a person who is mad, because their sense is hidden. And Jannah is a garden with thick foliage, in other words, very thick trees, and it hides what is inside it. In other words, it's a picture of a very beautiful garden. So with this, I'm going to come to the end of part 1, and then the next video will be about part 2. وآخر دعونا الحمد لله رب العالمين.